The New South Wales Hunter region has ended a week-long lockdown over concerns the virus is spreading across the state. Sydney's darkest day of the pandemic so far claimed another 5 lives and produced another record rise in case numbers.
The Greater Sydney lockdown, extending to new regions, is so far proving defenceless to stop the spread.
We have the harshest lockdown conditions that any state in Australia has seen. The difference is the Delta variant.
262 new cases, at least another 45 not in isolation, exposing more venues and infecting others. 290 people are in hospital. 5 deaths, all 60 years and over, all receiving care in hospital at the time of their deaths.
It's horrible that during this time families are losing their loved ones. I do also want to convey that unfortunately 4 out of those 5 people were not vaccinated at all, and 1 person had 1 dose of AstraZeneca. So again, no one who's died has had both doses of the vaccine.
The Hunter and Upper Hunter, including Newcastle, Port Stephens, Maitland and Cessnock, is locked down for a week after someone from Sydney attended a gathering and passed it on to 5 others.
While the source of the infections continues to be investigated, we now know the source. We now think that the source originated from a gathering on Blacksmith Beach on Friday night.
Parents, staff and students at Maitland Christian School and Morisset High School are in isolation after being exposed by one of the cases. A Target store at Glendale in the region also a venue of concern. There are massive lines for testing. The Lake Munmorah Public School on the Central Coast is also shut for deep cleaning after 2 students tested positive. The decision to lock down the Hunter helped by unexplained high viral detections in local sewerage catchments. The Chief Health Officer thinks there are undetected cases in Armadale and potentially Dubbo, also from positive wastewater detections.
Obviously, we are very concerned about regional New South Wales.
180,000 extra Pfizer doses are being deployed to Sydney by August 16 and will be used to resupply regional areas that had Pfizer redirected to vaccinate Year 12 students in West and South West Sydney. The Premier warning restrictions will persist.
But it's important to note that we will be living with a level of restriction even when we get to 80%, but it'll be so much more free than what we are now.
That vaccination push remains at odds with the federal government, which warns a long lockdown is the only way to stop cases.
So it is the lockdown, number one, and the success of that lockdown and the compliance with that lockdown, which is the key to that lockdown being lifted.
Kenny Heatley, Sky News, Sydney.